Need to get psyched.
Here we go.
Get the video you crave at cnettv.com.
It's Friday. I'm excited. 404 time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jeff Bakalar.
I'm Wilson Tay.
And I'm Justin Yu.
And this is the show where we're going to lift to 200 thanks to Steve Guttenberg, ladies and
All
gentlemen.
right.
Steve,
You're
you
welcome.
found the fountain of youth, and it comes in the form of the singularity.
Yeah.
Explain
Okay.
to everybody that doesn't know what the singularity
What is the singularity for people who are...
Yeah, ignorant.
Well, it's Ray Kurzweil. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Right, we actually...
Kurzweil?
we
I don't
really,
know.
it's funny because we were talking about him with Kenley, who was on our show a few weeks ago, about the Transcendent Man, the documentary coming out about him.
Right.
When humans transcend biology.
Which is, you know, my plan for the future. That's my retirement plan.
Really?
Nanobots.
Because you're going to be working forever. If
I
you
think
live
so.
to be 200, you're going to work at least 160,
That's
170
So wait,
years.
I want to know what Kurzweil says about how to live to 200. How can I do
Well, okay,
that?
his idea is that technologically, one day we're going to be able to overcome aging and disease and whatnot. We're going to
Okay.
live forever because of nanomachines and drugs and all sorts of things.
This is way off.
No,
into
no,
the
no,
future.
no. Not way.
Not even
This is,
that
no,
far?
this is tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
It's not that far.
Dave Graveline.
Well, okay, like it's not that far, but I honestly don't believe that this is going to happen.
Really?
Okay.
I don't.
Why is that?
Eventually it's going to
No,
happen.
no, I mean,
He's
'cause-
saying 2045 is the singular.
Wow, that's not far at all.
But
2045.
that's in our lifetime.
That's around the corner.
I think
yours.
people live longer, right?
We forget that Steve is 85 years old. He's
Not
been around for a
85.
while.
Steve is a very young 40.
Right.
Right.
40.
Just with the
40.
body
So-
of an 85-year-old man.
No, but he's saying
weird.
that by even by 2018, like 10 years from now, there's going to be synthetic blood.
I believe
No,
that.
And the synthetic blood is going to have so much better oxygen carrying capability that's going to make you feel better, and
I'll buy that.
your body's going to
little
fix stuff.
upgrade.
Yeah, I'll buy that for a
Well,
dollar.
I don't
The
know.
little blood upgrade.
I-
So why
okay.
are you so skeptical?
I'm so skeptical for two reasons.
Uh-huh.
Okay. One, there's a law of the universe that says that everything that is ordered heads toward disorder.
Right.
Right. So
That's
eventually,
Megan's law.
no,
right?
no, that is not
No,
Megan's law.
That's the only law that I'm familiar with. It's the only one that applies to me.
No,
so
no.
Clearly not
I
Megan's
try
law.
to.
entropy in the universe will always increase.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Second, lifespans have increased,
Yeah.
but they've plateaued for people in developed countries.
Really?
Well,
Yeah,
that-
What?
Until these technological changes
Well,
happen.
I mean,
yeah,
because
they plateau.
you know, 100, 300 years ago, average person lived to like what 30, 40,
Yeah.
and now we're like easily double, if not triple that
Right.
sometimes, right? But we've kind of plateaued around 80 or 90 because of a lot of our technological sort of things, like smoking, and
Right.
the foods that we
Drugs.
eat and whatnot. It's all
Pollution.
processed.
Cell
Pollution,
phones giving
exactly.
you cancer.
So that's my thing, and I don't really like the idea of everybody living forever.
I think it's awful.
No,
but it's not
I-
forever. It's 200 years.
Yeah.
Or 250 or something on a good day.
Living a longer time.
If you eat healthy and
If you eat
exercise
well.
every day, 250.
Then 200 if not.
Right.
A lot of
Okay.
cheeseburgers, 200.
So what would your ideal death age be then, Wilson? You
Uh,
don't want to live past 65. You know
What the
what?
hell kind of question is
Yeah.
that?
Well, no. I want to know. If he doesn't want to live to 200, when do you want to live to?
Don't want to live to 200.
Yeah,
but,
I understand
you know,
that.
But if you were 100 and you had the body and the mind of a 40-year-old,
Yeah.
you'd be happy with that, right?
but there's something about the finiteness of life that makes it special.
It's still finite.
finite.
You're not going to live
Still
forever.
finite.
It's 200. This is a very stupid conversation.
I'm just saying, by the time I live to 200,
Yeah.
they probably have technology to make me live to 500 or
Okay.
600.
Well, we can kill you any day, so just let us know when you'd like to die.
play your cards
we can
right.
help you out with that.
No, but the real story is that he thinks that like there's going to be like little micro nanobots
Yeah.
in your
Fixing
blood
your
fixing
Right.
you up,
Yeah.
making you do things.
Yeah.
You know?
And you got to work and you got to
So we're going to be
keep up
cyborgs.
technology, with technology and stuff. And and the singularity is that by then, by 2045, long before 25, but by 2045, computers will have human levels of intelligence that they
Right.
can just build themselves. They don't need someone to design them and build them anymore.
Right.
They can do their own thing.
Well,
They can create original thought, and humans are basically completely out of the loop.
Well, that's going to be a bummer because then we're going to need like Morpheus. about those guys.
Well, you're
Help
just
us
going to
out.
be out there having sex with whoever you want. You know, virtual sex. You're
Whoa,
just going
whoa,
to be
whoa,
in your
whoa.
head.
Wait a minute.
Is that the over the
Tell
line
me
part?
more. No, that's not over the line. I want you to tell me more about how I can
Anything
get
you
people
want,
to do that.
anything you can imagine. You're not
Really?
going to have to do anything. You're just going to sit in a little room,
Yeah.
and everything you want, everything you
Even
want,
cross-species pollination?
everything.
That's what I want.
You can
Because you
have
want to get it
sex
down
with-
with a dolphin, right? I saw you in your flicker.
Hey, Justin,
You haven't been to the sex
You
museum.
haven't had anything till you're with a queen bee
Whoa, dude.
in the hive.
They know what's up. Talk about getting that honey. huh?
Buzzing. Get
yeah.
a buzz.
Get that buzz going with your honey.
He's like in the hive.
In the hive. Forget in the house. In the hive.
Wow. How do you get past that stinger, though? That thing must hurt.
It's virtual. The sting- when
Well,
the
you're
stinger-
in that SM stuff, right?
Yes,
Like
I am
SM?
very much. Thank you for. This is why I don't tell my mom about the show.
The stinger is part of the
Making
orgasm.
sexual deviancies without me. All right, well, let's
Well-
move on to a story, for Christ's sake. What just happened?
The singularity coming soon.
This is what happens when Steve
We
Guttenberg
get
is on our
any-
show.
You know, the show becomes really strange when we get any amount of
yeah.
serious.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Any amount of serious.
And we need to stray away from that. 'Cause
Things
you were
get
talking
crazy.
about communism 2 days ago. Can't have that. Anyway, Steve Guttenberg runs the Audiophiliac
Yes,
blog on
that's
CNET.com. You recently came back from the New York Auto Show, but I was reading your blog about it. Didn't sound like you were very excited about what
Oh,
you
wait,
saw.
hold on.
It was
First
a
of all,
down show.
I was there too.
No, no one wants to hear what you have to say. I want to hear it from the audio perspective.
But yes, I do want to hear from
I was
Guttenberg.
there for the sound.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you weren't that impressed,
Cars
right?
schmars. I was there for the
Car
sound.
smart.
Yeah.
So what did
Yeah,
you
what'd you
think
think?
overall? Did anything
I
impress
thought
you?
I was in a $250,000 Bentley.
Right.
They were really nice. They were very nice people at Bentley. And they sat me in this car and they gave me CDs to play and stuff. And it was lame.
Yeah.
It was just like, it was car stereo, you know.
I mean, you think that the
$250,000
$250,000
car.
yeah, like they would
Yeah.
actually have a good audio system.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
no?
it had a name, a high-end audio company name,
Bose.
NAIM. No,
Yeah.
real high-end. Yeah. And it was awful.
That is bizarre.
Actually, the most fun was a Mini Cooper. Actually, that had a $500 sound system.
better than the Bentley?
I would enjoy it more. Yeah,
Wow,
Like-
better than Bentley. That's
better
The new...
than Bentley.
That is interesting. Anything else
They
that you
wouldn't.
saw? though?
It was weird. So then I went from Bentley to Rolls Royce,
Uh-huh.
and maybe the Bentley people called ahead or something, but they wouldn't let me sit in the Rolls Royce.
Oh, now were you rude to the Bentley people when you heard it? And
No,
it
I
sounded
didn't tell them. I
badly?
thought it sucked. No.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so I want to know, like, what were you listening for? Because I was at the auto show,
Uh-huh.
and well, this year the attendance was way lower than it was.
Yeah, well, I was
the
on
year
press.
before.
It was really.
Oh, okay, yeah, there was like 3 people walking around.
Steve was one of
It's
them.
still not a quiet
Wilson was the other.
place.
Yeah.
Like, how do you judge the quality
You're
of sound?
in a freaking Bentley. When you
Okay.
close the door, it's really
I'm just
quiet.
saying,
in
like
there.
a vacuum in there.
Did
Yeah.
you bring in CDs? Like, what did you do?
No,
to
they actually
test
had
it?
some CDs.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Hey, you know what, Steve? I heard because my roommate is actually a audio engineer, and he's going to school for it at NYU. He was telling
Good
me
luck
that.
to him.
Yeah, is it a hard program?
No,
Is that
Hard
what you heard?
industry.
Never gonna make
the
any
hard
money.
industry. Okay, yeah, that is tough.
people don't hire recording engineers anymore.
Okay,
No,
hopefully
'cause-
my roommate's not listening
I
to
mean,
this right now.
I hate to say this, but good enough is
Yeah,
Is
good enough for
it's
a
pretty
lot
much
of people.
the best
plenty
you can
good
get.
enough, yeah.
Anyway, he was telling me that the standard CD that all like audio engineers use to test the systems is Michael Jackson. Actually, have you heard that off
No,
the
I've
wall?
Never, I've never. heard
What?
that.
Yeah, I heard that was like the standard CD that is everyone uses.
I'd
news to
never
me.
heard
Supposedly,
that.
it's really really well done in the recording process, and yeah, they- I
I'm
don't
not
know, I
familiar
heard
with
the
that. I mean,
engineering was
I
good.
sort of start with Thriller with his solo stuff.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
And I'm not a.
What do you listen for?
Yeah, I was
What-
going to ask you. Do you have a CD that you use every time to test audio?
I have lots actually.
Okay, all right.
But I have
Well,
stuff that I worked on them.
Yeah.
I worked for a company and made records.
Okay, let's generalize a little bit.
Okay.
I'm buying a new stereo system or a pair of speakers. What should I be listening for?
Well, the first and most obvious.
I mean,
thing you
obviously, go to
listen for-
cnet.com first to
and read
read
my
that.
That's the
reviews.
first
You know what's going on.
Just read my reviews. You'll know everything.
Yeah.
But the second thing, like I'm
If
in
you
the
actually
store.
went to a
Yeah.
store,
Yeah.
you're going to go to a store,
Yeah, a physical
Really?
place.
That's
physical
bizarre.
place, not a
yes.
virtual store. Store.
It's a legitimate question.
What's going on?
No, 'cause I'm just shocked that you would go to a store.
Okay, well, if you were to buy something,
okay,
yeah.
I'm stumbling over the store idea. So you go to the store, you bring music with you that
Right.
you know really well that you think sounds good, and you play it. And the very first thing you're listening for is the quality of voice.
Okay.
'Cause you
What does that
definitely know
mean?
what voice sounds like.
Yeah.
But it sounds natural.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
sounds like a human being. It doesn't
Right.
doesn't sound like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have what we call a cupped coloration that sounds like that.
Right.
Because a lot of little speakers tend to sound like that.
Yeah,
Right.
they give it like a teeny weird sort of.
Because they
yeah.
lose the bass, is it? Or
Yeah, because they don't make any bass, or
Okay.
they're just a bad design.
Okay.
It's-
What's the thing I should listen for after the voice then?
You should listen to whatever bass it makes, depending on how big it is. And I would say
Right.
that the speaker should be bigger than, let's say, 8 inches high.
Okay.
12 inches would be even better. I mean, the bigger the box, all things being equal, and they're not. But that's a really good thing for
Okay,
a speaker to
okay.
be, you know. And
Because
so,
I was going to say because a lot of if you go into a Best Buy nowadays, you find these speakers and they're like 2 inches across.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
And
that's what
supposedly it sounds amazing.
sound schmound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Like-
sure. You know, I never.
But
thought
that's not true, is it? Like or
No, it's not true.
Okay.
Really little speakers. I would say anything under 4 inches is really little.
Okay.
Almost never sound.
It's amazing. We've never actually had Steve on to talk about
Audio. I mean, he is like the audio expert. I
He
thought
is
that we
the
could,
guy.
pick his
and
brain a
he's
little bit.
befuddled,
This is
whatever.
great. This is great.
No, it's actually funny because we had Jasmine France, the CNET editor for digital audio.
Headphone.
Yeah, and she was
Yeah.
telling us about some headphones,
Uh-huh.
and we were talking about how another senior editor, Donald Bell, had actually gotten molds done of his ears,
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
had special headphones made out of those
Yeah.
molds.
Right.
Have you ever done that before?
Yes, of course.
How is that experience? It must be
First
awesome.
of all,
to have a
remember ear
perfect fit.
candling?
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember that.
How
Okay.
can we forget
Still
that?
hasn't worked.
How can we forget that?
Okay.
Well, I tried the ear douching, and that didn't work. Haven't
It
tried the
didn't work?
candling
Well,
yet.
you're just very healthy.
No, I think my ears are too clogged up.
Well, you were
man.
saying something about like Asian wax, like is different than normal people.
No, I
wax?
didn't say that.
Okay,
That
who
would
said-
be-
somebody
that would
said
be a
this.
racist
Yeah,
thing
no,
to
no,
say.
I
wouldn't
definitely
say
read that somewhere. Someone sent it in to us. It was a listener that emailed us.
Okay.
Told us that different
I beg
ethnicities.
off the that thing.
Yeah, it's kind of thin ice there.
So what was the question?
But the question was, I just wanted to hear about your experiences with
Yeah.
the custom earphones. Getting
oh,
molds
so
done.
they take a syringe,
Mm-hmm.
this big syringe filled with this molding stuff,
Mhm.
and they stick it really far into your ear. It's extremely uncomfortable.
That sounds
'cause
sexy.
It has. You getting turned on?
Justin does this every night.
Turn
What
the
are you talking
cameras off, Jeff.
This is really strange.
Right.
So they just shoot that right in your ear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's when they're shooting
Yeah.
into your ear.
Euphemize it.
I like how he paused for a second. He's like,
Okay,
let me think
That's
this
not
through.
so bad.
No.
It's the sticking this thing in because it has to be all the way in.
Yeah.
So to speak.
You got to
So-
really mold it.
They're like pushing into your brain.
Yeah.
That's
and I'm like,
cool.
I think you're in far enough.
Yeah.
Please, don't go any
Yeah.
further.
You're-
Right.
you're
Like,
touching-
no, it's got to be more.
It's like you're touching my brain.
Practically,
it's cool now.
yeah.
I think
So
It's
what
coming out of my
material
ear.
is it that they use to inject into your brain to make the
It's
mold?
some kind of moldable plastic.
Okay.
So they stick the syringe in as far as it needs to be. Then they shoot in the plastic.
Right.
And then they put a thing on it to pop it out.
Oh.
And then it takes like 5 minutes for it to solidify. 'Cause
Right.
It's sort of a semi-liquid.
Well,
when
that's
they shoot it
gross.
into your ear.
Wow.
Oh, before they put it in, they put a little piece of gauze so that it doesn't actually stick to your eardrum.
Oh.
Which I
This sounds beautiful.
They don't buy you
Really
dinner before
appreciate
you go in there?
Seriously.
This is unbelievable.
You're going to have to wash me down
the
after
first the first time I ever had my ears molded was a long time ago.
Mhm.
It stuck
Oh.
in my ear.
Oh.
Oops.
And the skin that's in the inside of your ear canal is extremely thin,
For sure.
and it constantly, what's the word?
Okay,
vibrated?
like,
That
so-
sounds awful.
So anyway, when they took out the mold, it tore the skin, and blood was coming out
Oh,
of my ear.
Steve.
It was frightening.
The
I-
things you do for
he said,
audio.
Don't worry. I said, ears is a big part of how I make
What
my
the
living."
hell? Yeah, that's only my
Yeah,
livelihood.
These
you're
are, these are
messing
my,
around with.
money makers
So I
right
was,
here. You
I
know,
was scarred from it.
Ah.
Jesus.
But other than that, it was fantastic.
Well, with the custom moldings, though, I'd imagine that to be really, really expensive. Like, is it hundreds of dollars?
I think it's 100.
Hun-
Oh,
That's
100.
not
Okay,
I
then
never
you-
paid for it because I'm a big shot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at this.
Because
guy.
then you have to go to the
Because
manufacturer.
you were reviewing it.
Right.
You're reviewing the
Can
price.
I review it as well? I want to review
But I
a
gotta tell
lot
you,
of things.
the thing about the customs is that they seal your ear so much better than
Right.
any normal in-ear thing.
It's a
So,
perfect fit in your ear, right? It's like having a pair of
Well,
custom shoes made.
Yeah, it's not a perfect fit actually, because
No.
your ears, the canal does change its shape relatively, significantly.
But the audio quality actually does improve, though,
Yeah.
right?
But it
Over a
does,
standard
For sure.
earphone.
and just sealing out more and more noise
Mhm.
automatically makes things
Right.
Okay.
because you're not
Very cool.
competing against other noises.
Right.
All right, let's take a break before I just feel like I need to stick my finger in my ear now.
Yeah.
For some reason. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we have more with Steve Guttenberg. We got to talk about, we were talking about cats yesterday.
Cats.
We really have to talk
cats.
about how
Not
much,
the show.
not the show. Our hatred of cats.
Feline
Okay.
cats.
And
Feline.
why we
I
hate
thought
cats.
you were talking about
Four-legged.
Katz Meyer. I was like,
No,
oh, wow.
Nice. Cool.
no, Dave is the man. We'll be back in a second, so stick around. Also, calls from the public when we come back.
This is the 404 MRFers, the show where we all sing songs.
Around the world, across the nation, and in your hometown. Stay connected with your community. CBS Radio's award-winning all-news stations bring you up-to-the-minute coverage on everything you need to know. Listen live, online 24/7 at cbsradio.com.
Back with Steve Guttenberg.
How's it going?
Yo.
You know what? You know what I've decided? We need more callbacks.
Yeah,
We've
we
had a
do.
lot of voicemails, but not enough callbacks. 1-866-404-CNET. You say, hey, this is Jeff from Hoboken. Well, you don't say that. You say where you're really
Hoboken
Yeah.
from Jeff.
And you're listening to the 404, the show where we love blood coming out of our ears.
Ugh.
Or something
Yeah,
like that.
something.
Anything
Make-
random.
You know, make it
Yeah.
count, and it'll get played. And then you can tell all your friends that they listen to it.
Yeah.
Bam, internet superstar.
Yeah.
That's
There
what
you
you
go.
become.
Do
That's
it.
how you do it.
All right, calls from the public time.
Time to show the love. 866-404-CNET.
404.
Calls from the public,
All
sponsored
right.
by Steve Guttenberg's Earwax.
For
We
a
got-
better shine.
For a better shine, call Steve Guttenberg.
How often do you clean out your ears? Because we were talking about it is your livelihood. You do
Yeah.
this for a living.
Yeah.
So
I'm a
you have to
professional.
take good care of them, right?
Oh, I treat them like babies.
Yeah, so you clean them out like
His little
once a
babies.
week? Are we
No,
talking about?
no.
Every 6 months, he
6
said.
months,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Come on,
what's
I
that
don't
say?
want to, stick things in your ears too much.
Yeah.
True,
It's like
true.
your gutters. You clean out your gutters every 6
Is
months.
the Q-tip
There's
thing
leaves
like
in there,
healthy?
No,
Some people-
No, we talked about
no,
that.
Yeah, no
Q-tips.
Q-tips.
No
No
Q-tips.
Q-tips.
Nothing larger than your elbow should go in your
What kind of
What?
Q-tips?
That is some sound advice.
That sounds good to me.
Let's listen to these voicemails. This one's going to go out to Wilson, about a dude from FSU.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hey, 404. You know what I hate? The quiet policy in the computer labs here at FSU.
Oh,
If I
God.
want to spend my time listening to a podcast while being forced not to laugh, I'll just listen to BOL. You guys suck.
As if that's our
Oh, that's
fault.
so good to hear someone from FSU.
Yeah,
It's so good
your
to hear that someone from
fellow
FSU
Was he-
has internet.
I'm going to ask, I'm going to put this out there. Were you at the Oglesby Union?
Okay, that's not humorous to anybody but you.
And that
And
dude.
anybody from FSU.
Yeah.
Actually, yesterday I had my FSU shirt on. I got stopped by like 4 people on the way home.
They're
It's
like-
amazing how many underachievers there are in this world, huh?
And they're
That's
all,
ridiculous.
like, dude, there's a hole in that sweatshirt.
Come on, man. Come on.
You gotta get that mouse problem looked at, man. Mothballs will help with
All
that.
right, next call. Someone's looking for an intern job.
Hey, 404 crew, this is Dan from New Jersey.
Ooh.
And right off the bat, I just want to mention I'm sorry for being from New Jersey.
Dude.
Aw.
I was just
Apology
wondering
accepted.
if CNET offers any internships for high school kids
Aw.
or anything else, because I'm a huge nerd, tech-wise, and
You are a
working at
huge-
CNET over the summer would be awesome.
Mm.
What are the qualifications?
Also, I just wanted to mention that, like every other ugly girl, I also think that Wilson is hot. See you guys.
Yeah, Wilson dipping into the
hey.
pot.
Wow.
That kid sounded young, so I would stay off that.
Yeah.
But as far as the internship is concerned, that's actually how I started my job
What are the
here at
qualifications?
CNET.
How do
I
you
don't
get
know.
in?
Tech background, writing background, it's pretty loose. I
Well,
mean,
he's in
if you
high
want to be an
school.
intern for the 404,
There's no requirement. Just one working hand.
yeah, seriously, we just need somebody to push the button, basically,
Yeah.
to switch the cameras.
Yeah, that's what we need.
I'm not sure how the intern situation is looking for us right
You
now.
know what it is? What it is?
We've had interns before.
We
Dan
have.
the Mantern,
Mantern.
MTI.
What we really need to find out is whether or not we can get an intern that will not be paid.
Yeah, that would be ideal. But I don't know if anyone would want to work for us if they weren't paid.
We had a lot of dudes at the meetup saying they'd work for free.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a couple
Okay.
of them were like,
Yeah.
hey, I'll be your intern.
So, I
Yeah.
don't know. Next voicemail. This is about IMDb.
Hey, guys, it's Ian from Saskatoon calling. Justin, I do feel your pain about being the sole member of the 404 without an IMDb page.
Ah.
But if you go to resume.imdb.com, you can actually put up your own for $250 per month. And then you can probably make up some stuff that you might have been in. I don't know how desperate you are, but if you really are desperate, you might as well give it a try. Anyway, see ya.
Wow, so just cheat.
Yeah, I don't think I'm that desperate. $3 a month just to get up on IMDb. I didn't even know you could do that.
I had no idea about that
but
either.
The legitimacy of IMDb just plummeted in my head.
Well, I
how many fake people are there?
No, I would imagine it's denoted with like is cheating about this.
Paid
No, they
account.
do on the official IMDb. You do have to reference everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my name as a starring role in the new Transformers movie.
There you go.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Our buddy Claw's in it.
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf, Justin Yu,
Justin
Megan
Yu
Fox.
as Bumblebee.
I think Steve Guttenberg, the actor, pays that fee to have him in.
I would
his
imagine,
name
right.
listed, 'cause
Yeah.
his star is so faded.
And that you were the first. Let's be honest.
Three
You were
Men
the
and a
first
Baby.
one.
That's
Give
good,
me a
kinda.
break.
And the pronunciation of your last name is different. He's
It's
Guttenberg.
the same.
No, it's Guttenberg?
He's
They're
supposed to
both
be
the same.
Oh, okay.
Guttenberg. Yeah,
Yeah, he's like-
just
They
been.
made a Guttenberg joke last night on 30 Rock. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't watch that. Please.
I won't give it
ruin
away.
it.
I won't
Spoiling
give it away.
You're spoiling
Spoiler,
it.
yeah.
Last voicemail. This is kind of ridiculous.
Hello, 404 crew. Andrew in deepest, darkest Africa. Here with an exclusive audio clip of a new species of jungle dweller, dubbed Cerberus meritus.
Oh my Oh man. What the hell was
Did
that?
he say Africa or Transylvania?
Africa.
I
Because
don't
it
know.
sounded like
It did
like
sound a little
European.
vampiric. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Pretty good.
Kind of scary, but you know what? I
Using Tom
appreciate
Merritt
it.
in a sound clip.
Should
like
we
that
turn that
really-
into another ringtone?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Not bad. So we're here with Steve Guttenberg, audiophiliac blogger for CNET.com.
And cat hater.
And cat
Cat
hater.
hater. What's up with that?
Now I want to come out and say that I share your hatred of cats.
Okay.
Where did this come from?
Solidarity.
Well, we were.
Did you have a
talking-
bad cat
Many
encounter?
cat. Oh.
You don't even
Terrible.
Can I
wanna
tell
know.
the one about laying in the bed? Can I tell that one?
Yeah, real quick.
Okay.
Real
Okay.
quick.
Euphemize
real quick.
body parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was married the first time,
Okay.
The first
time.
and we had this thing. We used to sleep on the floor, and we had this cat, or my wife had a cat when I met her, so we had this cat.
Okay.
And the cat would stay on the radiator that was at the foot of the bed,
Uh-huh.
and it would just sit there and wait, and just in wait,
Uh-huh.
and then it would pounce
On
on
you?
my middle section.
On his junk.
On your junk?
Yes.
On my junk.
On his junk.
Yes.
Almost to the point where like,
What?
yeah,
Yeah.
the cat would.
And then
wait.
it would fillet you.
No,
Oh God!
I wouldn't be complaining.
Yeah, what the
But
hell?
that tongue would be so
Like when you're
scratchy.
sleeping, though, it would
Yeah.
just jump on your,
Yeah.
on your nuts?
Yeah.
Wow. What's up with your wife?
It
Probably
hated-
trained it to
knew,
do that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
No, but it's true though. Cats suck though. They do. They're not. Like
No, I mean, you know what? I
Dude,
used to be a cat
dude,
hater, but my
dude.
last house that I lived in had a cat, and you know what? I loved
You
it.
Cats
ne-
don't give
They don't-
whatever
they don't
about
give a
you.
crap.
It depends.
Dude, you
if it's
never-
a cat with an attitude problem,
No.
yeah, I would give that to
you
you.
never hear about the cat that saved someone's life.
Right.
No,
You
it's
hear-
all-
So lassie
you-
cats.
Yeah, you
True.
hear about the cat that let you drown in the freaking pool.
I agree with you,
You know
man.
what I
No,
mean?
I agree with
They
you.
don't care about
You hear
people.
about
Cats are apathetic.
They
But that's
are.
the great part about a cat is that you just own it. It
Yeah,
just
but the
does its
reason
own
why
thing,
you have
though.
a pet is because you want that unrequited
Yeah.
love.
Well, you ain't
You
gonna
don't-
get it from
you
a
don't.
cat.
You don't own You don't own a cat. You just
Cat-
happen to
cat
live
owns
with one.
you.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
happen. That's your roommate almost.
Yeah.
You know, dog's gonna come and save your life.
yeah,
So-
it'll lick
wait,
your
it's
face
a
when you
roommate
get
that you
home.
have to clean up after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
You don't-
And then they don't even thank you for it.
No.
They'll just stick their ass out
No,
at
they
you.
don't care. They just live there. They're like, oh, look at
Right.
these idiots I found that they're gonna let me live with.
Yeah.
And cats have a bad stigma too. They have like the cat lady thing. No one likes them. You know,
No one likes
black
the cat
cats
lady.
are bad too.
They are. There's some
So
sort
I had
of
this.
bad
I had
luck.
this cat, and you know what it would do to prove its dislike for me? It would take a dump in the shower.
Yeah.
in the
Oh.
actual shower.
Yeah.
While you were in it.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, not when I was in.
So just be like, oh, why don't you deal with that?
Yeah, just deal with that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't.
I
Sound
mean, I
good.
admit that my shower kind of looked like a litter box. It was it
That
was in
did
this
help.
awful apartment, and everything was crumbling. So there's a lot of grit and junk on the
So
floor.
it was possible
Right.
the cat got
The
confused.
cat could have been confused.
All right. Well,
I
that's
should
fine.
say in its defense.
So all we're trying to say is don't ever buy it.
Yeah, there's no story behind
No
this.
story.
There's no
Just a
news
hatred
story.
for cats.
Okay.
A
Let's
news
get
story?
let's get into a news story.
Into
though.
one story.
At least one. Let's hear it, Justin.
I want to talk about this. secret tweeting.
Right. Okay.
That's
so
kinda
we got a
crazy.
couple Twitter stories. First of all, actually, I wanted to bring this up. It's a little bit of a self-promotion, but Jeff, you and I went to Subway yesterday.
Yes.
And I got a little bit of a surprise. I don't know if you guys are big Subway fans, but they used to have the $5 menu, and a ton of sandwiches used to be on it, including the Italian BMT, which is, in my opinion, the best.
Right.
For
sure.
It stands for biggest, meatiest, tastiest.
Right.
It's got all the meats and cheeses on it. They recently took it off the $5 footlong list. Now it's like $7 for a
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to pay for those letters.
Don't they know that there is a recession going
There's
on?
a huge BMT following that's really upset about it. So what I did was started the first ever twitition. A petition to get back the Italian BMT on the $5 Subway list. And I made a Twitter for it. It's twitter.com/bringbackthebMT. So if you guys share my passion for that sandwich, go there.
Go follow Justin.
Follow that Twitter.
It's a big deal. Steve, have you ever you eat at Subway or what?
Many years ago.
Many years ago.
Yeah.
Steve, I want you to join Twitter.
I can't.
Why not?
I respect that,
It's against
Steve.
my religion.
No, you don't have a religion. I want you to. I want you to join it.
You hate
man.
religion.
Okay, I almost know nothing about it. What do I get? Let's say
You
I
don't
did
get
it. What do-
anything. I think you have.
I
think
could
you have
sign
some-
the petition.
I think you have a few funny things to say, and to get that little dosage of Guttenbergism.
You know, I never thought I'd hear Jeff endorsing Twitter.
I
But
know,
Here
this
he
is
is.
No,
crazy.
you know why? Because things
You
happen.
hate Twitter.
Yesterday was a big deal for me.
It's because
Right.
you watched Oprah, right?
Well,
Like,
Oprah
convinced you.
Oprah changes my life daily. But no, it's all
Does
because
she
of
jump
Oprah.
on you
Actually,
or something?
no. What happened was we talked about the the hockey story yesterday,
Right.
And then our buddy from Puck Daddy, the Yahoo hockey blog, he hits me up on Twitter after we talked about him,
That's awesome.
and he's like, "Dude, I listened to your show. It's awesome."
Is he going to continue listening?
I hope so.
Yeah, that would be
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
So now you're a big Twitter fan.
You're not
Yeah.
selling me on the
Well,
Twitter.
no, I'm just saying. I think there's a lot of people who would listen to what he has to say.
It's definitely self-promoting, which is kind of hard to get over initially. You know what I mean? But if you just Twitter out, cool links that you find on the internet, or
Yeah.
you know
you
stuff
guys-
that you
like
write,
every
it's
time-
good.
Wait. Do you guys get emails from people who read your stuff on CNET?
Sure,
Yeah.
all the
all
time.
the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And they're not. I never respond to any of them,
No.
but yeah, definitely get them.
No,
No,
I-
sometimes
I
I do.
do.
If it's like a printer question or like a follow-up question or review, I'll do
Because
it.
I kind of feel like I already have Twitter in that way that I get, these emails from strangers asking me
Yeah,
questions.
but nobody
Yeah.
emails anymore, like personally. Like if you're going to send a message to someone personally, emails are kind of old school.
so
now.
old.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're kind of
I would
dated.
say 20th century.
No, oh my God, can't be
it's a
bothered
little
with
too
that.
far back. Too
So
far.
now, what is this with the secret twittering? I don't understand. What exactly does it mean, and how can you do it, and why should I do it?
It's kind of like pop secret.
Right. So if you guys have been to that website,
Post secret, sorry.
Post
Pop
secret,
secret.
yeah.
I'm
Hell's
I'm
pop
hungry
secret?
right now.
Pop secret is popcorn.
That's just
Post
popcorn.
secret. Post
yeah,
secret.
so Post Secret was a site where you could just send
It was
them
a blog,
secrets
yeah.
and they would put it up anonymously. This is the
Yeah.
same thing. You can anonymously tweet a secret. So, for example, like you just send this tweet to the website, they'll put it up for you. A couple examples of that are I've enrolled in night graduate school party, partly to spend less time around my wife, which is messed up.
That is messed up.
People just tweet like really depressing stuff like when I'm alone in my car, I cry.
Oh,
Kind of random.
it's kind of like almost like F my life a little.
yeah,
but
it's
F
kinda
My
like
Life
F
is
My Life.
funny.
F my
Right.
life is fun.
This is
just
depressing.
Steve, you would like F my life, Steve.
Really?
You would really. It's basically a place where people can just put on their most depressing stories. F my life is,
Yeah,
what it,
I got it.
right? And
Yeah.
then they just write like, "Oh, my girlfriend broke up with me. Turns out she's going out with my dad."
But can I
Something
join
like that.
Twitter and not have anybody Twitter me? Can I just
Sure,
watch?
yeah,
I
you
just-
can do that.
Can I just look?
Yeah, you
I just
can
wanna
look.
look.
You can look.
I just want to watch.
You can look.
Yeah,
and
test the waters.
You could look, but don't touch.
Hands off, baby.
You could do that
I like to watch.
easily.
Some of these tweets are ridiculous. You guys want to hear a really depressing
Yeah,
one?
oh,
This is
God,
gonna
all
bump-
these are
bring it
depressing.
on,
Give us
bring
the
it on.
worst.
This is really depressing. I had a child when I was 15 that I've only seen a picture of, and none of my family knows about it. It's ruined my life.
Oh,
Terrible. This one is, my husband left me 7 months ago, and I can't stop using sex to try and get guys to love me.
okay. Now,
Happy Friday, guys. Enjoy your weekend.
Wait,
That'll do
oh,
it for us.
Jesus.
unbelievable.
So, I mean, if you have a confessional to make or something to get off your chest, you can go to secrettweet.com and post your secrets
Do you
anonymously.
think they're all real? Do you think that
No,
people just
it's
make up
definitely
stuff?
No, I think they're real.
I'd
I
say
mean,
half of them are real.
no,
Hopefully
why
it
would
keeps
I-
it secret though, because that's the thing is that like people are doing this,
Right.
and the site claims that it's not recording your name or your IP address or anything like that. But I'm pretty sure this is you. I started maintaining heroin again.
Whoa, hey, come on. I probably shouldn't have signed my name afterward. That doesn't really make it anonymous.
Come on, man.
I started using heroin again. The thought of it alone makes me cry, but I won't stop. Is what it says.
That's classic
Are
Justin
you using
right
sex
there.
to?
And I can't stop having sex to get the money for it. Steve's would be, my cat keeps jumping on my crotch at night, but I don't stop him because I love it so much.
I like it.
I secretly like it.
Oh, God.
Oh, I could use the P word right now in a very funny joke, but I won't because we're supposed to clean this up.
You gotta keep it clean.
Pudding.
Pudding. You gotta
Pudding
keep
pops.
it clean. You gotta keep it clean for the kiddies.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Steve loves the pudding.
He does.
I do.
Steve, anything else you want to leave us with today besides that amazingly awesome shirt?
Maybe something
that
about
you have
chocolate
right
pudding.
there? Man, that shirt's amazing.
Don't put it in your ear.
Don't put it in your ear.
Don't put it in your
It
ear.
would be a chocolate.
Sound advice from the audiophiliac, Steve Guttenberg. Check out his audiophiliac blog on cnet.com.
Mm-hmm.
Click on over the blog section there. You're like the first one listed.
Yeah.
I think it's just because it's alphabetical, but still.
I'm the best.
Yeah, you're the
I'm
best.
number one.
You're
for
number
sure.
one, baby. Thanks for coming on. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, this is
as
a blast.
always.
Always a good
Always
time.
having fun with Steve Guttenberg. Guys, leave us a voicemail, 1-866-404-CNET, or you can email us, the404@cnet.com. Got a few guests lined up for next week, so you can be psyched about that.
Any women guests?
Maggie Reardon.
Maggie
Maggie
Reardon,
Reardon's
yeah,
coming.
she will be here.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Big fan of Maggie's. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been way too long.
Way too long.
Then we have Andy Levy from
Red
Red
Eye,
Eye.
Fox's Red Eye.
Yeah,
the
on
Red Eye
Friday,
show.
so that's happening.
Awesome.
It's going to be
Never
a good
dull
week.
moment.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Everyone have a great weekend. It's going to be so hot. I'm staying indoors.
gonna
Oh, it's
Applaud.
supposed to be 79
You're gonna be
degrees.
schwitzing.
I'm going to be schwitzing.
I was
does
supposed to
that
be like
mean?
80,
Sweating.
90 degrees on Monday?
Yeah, 89 degrees
Oh,
next Monday
yeah,
in
jeez.
New York.
Isn't that
Bummer.
great? Isn't that something you're so glad to just know about? It's just
Yeah, I love that spring came
Oh.
and went in 3 days.
right.
And now it's straight to summer.
It went from 40 to 80.
Right.
It was snowing last week,
Now
right?
this time next week though it'll be cooler. I promise you.
Okay.
All right.
we'll
Everyone
see.
have a great weekend and happy birthday to Phil Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Happy
right.
birthday.
In the words of Phil Ryan, stay out of trouble and don't hurt anyone.
Do it.
All right. We'll see you guys on Monday. I'm Jeff Bakalar.
I'm Wilson Tang.
And I'm Justin Yu.
It's the 404. Thanks again to our good buddy Steve Guttenberg. We'll see you
Yeah.
soon, man.
All right.
All right. Bye bye.
No pudding.